Hi everyone, today we're going to be going through a 2020 Senate analysis. We're almost done with this series actually. After Georgia, which is the one we're doing today, then we only have 4 more left. Then we're going to go to North Carolina, then we're going to go to Michigan, then New Hampshire, and then the state of Maine. So, as for in the state of Georgia, obviously in this, as you can see here, David Perdue, right now the only declared candidate for the Republicans. He's the incumbent. He's the presumptive nominee right now. And then as for the Democratic primary, it's a bit more messy. You have a teacher, former candidate for Georgia State Senate, mayor of city, and former mayor of Columbus. So right now, the current main player that we should all be watching is Stacey Abrams. So she has ruled herself out, but it's going to be interesting to see whether she actually does jump into the race. I don't think she will. It's been quite a while now, and she has not jumped into the race, the presidential race. And so we're going to just need to wait and see what she decides to do. Because if she does decide to run, she would be the presumptive nominee. But assuming that she sticks with her past declared statements, right now we see Teresa Tomlinson as the main person, and so this person is the former mayor of Columbus. If we go down and look at sources 8 and 9, formally announces Senate bid. Tomlinson's fundraising could give rival Georgia Democrats an opening. So right now we see Teresa Tomlinson as the main person, but again, if Stacey Abrams or if even Jon Ossoff, Jason Carter, Michelle Nunn decide to jump in, we see Teresa Tomlinson ending up to win that potential primary situation. And so, yeah, but however, it's not all great news for the Democrats. If we look at the current David Perdue approval rating, right now his approval rating is at 48%. So 48% of Georgia voters approve of the job he's doing. 26% disapprove of the job that he is doing. He's the 27th most popular senator, 48%. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he does in his home state, running in a statewide election for the U.S. Senate. So right now, not looking too good for the Democrats in Georgia. In 2014, this is the next bit of data, there was a U.S. Senate race. You had David Perdue, who was running as a Republican, and Michelle Nunn, who was the Democrat. So he had the benefit of being the cousin of a former governor. And there was a lot of high-profile other people who also ran. There was a U.S. representative, former Secretary of State, a few U.S. representatives there, political activists, and then a lot of people who actually declined to run as of right now. If we look at the polling data that we have been seeing, here we go. General election. Okay, so you could see here that the polling was kind of back and forth, but in the beginning you could see it was back and forth. Republicans led, then Democrats, and it was kind of going back and forth. But then since like the mid-October, actually no polls came out that showed Michelle Nunn leading. It wasn't great news for Michelle Nunn, and then by the end, yes, there was a poll that said that they were tied. However, by the end, David Perdue did end up winning by quite a large margin. He won 52.9% of the vote compared to Nunn's, who was at 45.2%. So pretty good news there looking at David Perdue. He's proved he can win a statewide election in the past. And as for the 2016 race, Donald Trump running away with it, 50.44 to Hillary Clinton at 45. Yeah, and so that is the video today. You can probably guess by now, given the approval rating, the Democratic candidate, and previous elections, where we are going to give David Perdue the edge in Georgia, putting it in the leaning Republican column. We think he'll win by about 4 to 5 percentage points in that state. So thank you guys for watching. Right now, 49 Republicans, 47 Democrats. In order for Democrats to be guaranteed to win, they're going to need to sweep the board with the remaining states. They're going to need to win North Carolina, Michigan, New Hampshire, and the state of Maine. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and good night.